What's going on, guys? If you hear any background noise, right there, gunshots. I live in the South. We support the Second Amendment. I've got guns. My neighbors have guns. I live out in the country. We get out sometimes in the fields on our property and we shoot. Anyway, with all that said, this is the TP SBLD. I'm going to tell you how you can get one of these for $60. How I got it for $60. You as well can get this bag for $60. I should have waited. I bought the TP6B bag, and it's similar to this without the back section for putting some other things, which has made this a better bag for its balance, its pocket storage, and overall storage. Bag only weighs, he's shooting 18 pounds loaded. I've got these larger bags I've always had. I've got the TPXXL, the MCT bag over there, and I didn't need another large bag to spend $200–300 on just to get this one for free. This one costs $150 if you get it from Veto. I got it for $60. I'll tell you how I did that, but I was just going to buy the bag outright altogether, but I found a situation where I could get this for $60, and I'll tell you how I did it and how you can get it. I do have a back strap for it, or a shoulder strap, but I took that off just for the display purposes to show you the bag, how I load it out. I can pretty much do everything out of this bag, about 80–90% of what I do out of these two bags, and it's a lighter bag, 18 pounds. These are both 25–30 pounds loaded out. But I had the TP6B. I bought it back in November, and if I'd have known they were coming out with this, I just would have waited. I didn't. So the TP6B has now been retired, and I've used this for a little bit now, and I like this bag. So I want to go over the loadout on it. Everything that was in my 6B is in this SBLD, and it packs a little bit easier. Everything's a little bit more separated rather than it's all being packed right here in the middle, and it just makes it a little more organized. The differences are the base on the bottom of this is about 1 inch wider than the TP6B, so there's no tipping with this bag at all. Reason being, with the 6B and some of those other bags, by the time you put all your tools in it, a lot of your weight is towards the back. So if you bump it, that weight's going to carry it on over. It's going to fall. With this one, having this storage section in the back, once you put some of these tools in here, the weight is actually centered in the middle of the bag, so it's not tipped. It doesn't want to tip. It'll stand up anywhere you set it. Even when you get most of your tools out, it'll still stay up. So that base is definitely a big improvement, being a little wider. Better center of gravity on this. The pocket in the front, as opposed to the TP6B and some of those bags, actually opens up wider. As you can see, the 6B pocket was kind of tight. You really couldn't get a lot of stuff in it because it was real tight. This one opens up wider. That was an improvement. More storage pocket options on the side. Obviously, you still have your back pocket in the back where you can put things. I'll go over that. Then you have the center section, maybe meter storage, things like that. So the TP6B, now I have my meter in here. I have refrigerant probes in here. I also have my Milwaukee impact driver. My Milwaukee Fuel 12-volt impact driver is also in this bag. You don't see it. You will in a minute, but it makes it a little bit more manageable with carrying the things you want to carry, and I'm going to cover that. So let's start really with what I have in this bag. I'm going to start on the side. Obviously, electrical tape, it's a go-to, got to have it. Temperature probe in this side pocket. Got a Milwaukee fastback in this little pocket. I'm not going to unload everything. Some of it I will. Behind that, I have my coil brush. Slides right in that little pocket there. Behind the coil brush, there are 2 other individual pockets. In one, I have this little Carlisle. It's a snap-on version makes one. Snap-on's more expensive. You can get these at Napa Auto Parts. It's basically a set of pliers, insulated, non-insulated, crimpers, cutter, wire strippers for most of what you're going to do in residential heating and air with wires, and then another cutter right there. I've got 3 pair of these. I like them. You can get them at Napa Auto Parts. Over here I've got some Lehigh needle nose pliers. Keep a set of those in there. Longer reach. They work fine. I put them in handle down. They stay snug. They don't go anywhere. Over here I keep a marker. I keep a blue Milwaukee ink saw marker. Slides right in there. Then I keep a magnet. I use this. You saw the last video I put out about the fan motor. I just extend that, reach down, spin my fan motors, check the fan, see if it's seized, or I use it to pick up something if I need to. And I also keep a small inspection mirror. So that's what is on this side. We'll flip it around. Over here, obviously the channel lock, code blue, big ass 6-inch adjustable wrench. It opens 1.5 inches, plenty wide for most of what you're going to do. And it also has the narrow jaws if you need to get behind a TXV or squeeze it in a little tight spot to grab hold of something, break it free and turn it. So I keep a set of those. A set of channel lock diagonal cutters right here. They stay in there as well. You're going to find out I keep a lot of lights with me. I won't light this. People that use their cell phones in a crawl space, I want to open up some light and I want to see what I'm working on. So one of the lights I keep is this little rechargeable pin light by Braun. You can get those at Harbor Freight. Obviously a Klein thermostat screwdriver. You pull it out, the other end has a Schrader core tool on it. Phillips, small Phillips, little micro Phillips and flathead. Keep a 6-inch extension. I'm going to keep some little ratcheting wrenches here. Obviously everybody knows about the little Klein 5/16 1/4-inch ratchet. That's another Klein 5/16 1/4-inch offset. And then I just keep another 5/16 if I need to reach in a little bit, mainly to carrier package unit. Some of the carrier package units trying to get the burners out. These things come in pretty handy, helping you get that job accomplished. So obviously a Milwaukee 6.5 foot tape measure does 95% of what I need to do measuring things. So that kind of does the sides. The front, we'll start with this pocket. Yes, I did put the little magnets in here, the neodymium magnets. Let's try this. There, it'll hold those pliers, so plenty of magnetic space for throwing screws on there if you need to when you're taking a unit apart. Inside the pocket, another light. This is a Nebo. And then if I hold the button down, it gives me a side light. Turn that off. Has a very strong magnet, so you can stick it in a cabinet. I also have another little Nebo light. Everybody's seen these. Magnet on the back as well. Keep some various magnetic jumpers for the thermostat. Some alligator jumpers. I need to jump something out. I keep this little punch / scratch awl. If I need to line up holes in the cabinet, get a screw in there, make a little divot to run a screw, whatever I need. It's small, it's compact, it works just fine. Small stubby screwdriver, Phillips flathead, 1/4-inch 5/16. Works just fine. I got these at Lowe's. This is the ideal. I'm not going to spend $30 on a stubby just because of the name that's on it, so that one works just fine. Some sand cloth in there. You look down in there, give you an idea of how that pocket opens up, a little bit wider than the 6B. Keep a little thermostat level if I need to. It's actually a line level, but it was cheaper, so I bought it. Works just fine. It's flat on the bottom. Lay it on the thermostat. Line your thermostat up. There we go. So that's my other neighbor down the road. Likes to get out on his bike on the weekends. Have a mini split adapter in there. Keep the little Klein Christmas tree flip bit, 7/16 half inch, 3/8, 11/32, 5/16 1/4 inch. Keep that in there. Down the bottom, the Icon flip ratchet. You can adjust the head however you want to. Small, little 1/4 inch drive on it. I have the sockets for this in the bag as well. Need to extend it, I can stick that on there. You make a T-handle. Everybody knows how these work. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail. And then in my pockets, little small pockets down there that let you slide a little bit in there. This is a 7/16 3/8 flip socket impact. Stick that in my driver if I need to, along with my 1/4 inch 5/16. Keep a step bit. Need to pop a hole in a plenum, check temperature, static pressure, whatever. Keep one of those in there. I get these at Harbor Freight. I'm not going to buy the ones at the parts houses that are $35 and $40 a piece. You can get a 3-pack of these for $20 at Harbor Freight, and they work just as well. Then I just keep a 3/8 impact adapter and a 1/4 inch socket impact adapter. So that's what is in this pocket here. What's in the front, I keep it simple. No reason to put a lot of stuff in here. The way it's set up, I'm only using the pockets. I'm not using the space that you see around the outside of the pockets, because that gives me room if I need to grab 1 or 2 more things out of another bag to take with me. I've got somewhere I can shove it real quick temporarily. When I'm done with it, put it back where it goes. Keeps this clean, keeps it organized. So what I've got in these 2 pockets, first, obviously, the refrigeration wrench. You gotta have one of those if you're gonna do heating and air. Got my DeWalt 90-degree angle adapter. Put it on my impact, put a bit in it. I need to reach in somewhere to get it at an angle. Really helps getting blower housings out sometimes, and some of the tight air handlers. Works well. Keep that in here. On this side, Knipex Cobra 7-inch channel locks. I use these most of the time. I keep the Doyles over here just as a backup set, not as a primary set. If I need to grab and back up something, I can do it. I have a set to do that with. Don't have to go back to the truck and get them. And I keep a set of the Milwaukee wire strippers and cutters. Got these about a month ago. They've worked out pretty good. I usually kept that 6-in-1 needle nose plier tip with the cutters and the wire strippers. These are a little lighter. They're narrower, take up a little less space. They work just as well. So I have these in this bag. Stick those in that pocket. Back here over to the side, I keep a little dust brush. Obviously, clean out an electrical cabinet, get the cobwebs out. That's my pet peeve, is cobwebs. I clean everything up before I look at it and start working on it. I want to see what I'm looking at. So we're going to start from left to right. Have this Icon light in the tip, light on the back, another light on the inside. Has a strong magnet on it. I can extend this all the way out, light something up, stick that on something, and it's the magnet strong enough that this thing's not going to be top heavy and fall off. So it works real well. I have 2 of these. I also have 2 of the Braun version. The Braun version lets you fold it all the way back, rotate the head. This one is perfectly fine for just a quick lightweight grab service diagnostic bag. Over here, got my Malco handle with an extended 6-inch 5/16 1/4 inch flip bit on the end of it. basically is a nut driver. I have the ratcheting 11-in-1 from Klein. It also has a flip bit on the other side for a shorter nut driver, 5/16 1/4 inch. Phillips, 2 sizes, flatheads, 2 sizes. This is a very small 1/4 inch, so if you need to get to a screw that's real tight, everybody talks about the ends of these things being a little fat when you're trying to get around a screw in a tight spot. 1/4 inch is where I usually run into that problem. This is real thin. It'll allow you to get on there and break that screw loose and get it out. Also, this, the outside of it, if you work on a lot of train equipment, fits the door of the S9 furnaces that have the Allen key twist locks on each corner. That flips, this fitting fits right inside that, opens it up, not a problem. So I keep that in an insulated Phillips. Obviously I've got 3 of these, 1 in each bag. Flathead insulated flip screwdriver. I think it's rated to 600 volts maybe. I mean, it's fine, it works. I haven't had a problem with it. So we've got the little pocket back here. Get this out of the way. And I keep an O-light magnetic. It's got the rubber grips back here. So when you clip it on something, it's tight, and it's got rubber in there, so it'll grip, keep it from sliding. These little O-lights, I keep those as an extra light. Magnet on the back, I can flip it up in a cabinet if I need to. I like having a light that can serve a purpose in different situations. That one stays clipped right back there. This pocket, this bag came with a hook on it. As you can see, I have cut it out because of the width of this bag or the depth of this bag. That hook coming out, you hang it on something, the back of this thing is going to sit against the side of the unit or the wall of the house, wherever you're hanging it, and kind of want to push it out a little bit and cause it to, so I just took it out. By taking that hook out, I have created another storage pocket, because it does bottom out and stop in the bottom. It doesn't go all the way through to the bottom of the bag. So I just cut that out to create another pocket. If I need to hang this, I can use the strap that's on it, the hand strap, and just hang it on something. Not a big deal that is not in there. That just didn't make sense to me for it to be so far into the bag, so I cut it out. I'm not going to use it. So I use that pocket to store my little short pro tool I use as a jumper or locating low voltage shorts. So I keep that tucked in that little pocket right there. And I just keep my needle nose probes. I've got a little tube. I think that's 1/4 inch, maybe it's 3/8 tubing, just to slide over there to protect the needle tips so they don't get bent or out of place. Yeah, I got a train here too, guys. If you didn't know, there's a train. You can hear the train. I'm out in the country, guys. So anyway, I store my needle probe tips for my meter right back here, and that's what stays in there. So that's how basically most of the pockets are being used, the way I've got it loaded out. I'm going to flip it around to the back. Still comes with a little Velcro pouch on the back. A little small for most iPads, but it's still storage space. What I'm doing with it is I keep a little parts dish. Well, we'll go my PVC tube. Zip ties. I just keep a little PVC tube stuck down in there. And then I have zip ties, keep that on one side, and then I have a parts dish right here. Obviously got wire nuts in this section, different stake-on spade connectors in this section, jumper, refrigerant caps, 3 and 5 amp fuses, a couple of spare TXVO rings, some double spade connectors or Jimmy Wigglers, whatever you want to call them. An extra fan lock key screw, an extra gas valve plug. My 5/16 screws are over here, and my 1/4 inch screws are over here. So that is what I keep stored in this back pocket. Now we're going to get to the best feature of this bag, the back, it zips closed, so if you want to protect your meter, protect anything like an impact drill or something from rain or damage, dirt, mud, whatever, this will do that for you. I'm going to open that up. As you're going to see, I have my Fluke 324 Plus. Does everything I need to do in heating and air. Does not do flame sensors. I'm not worried about that. Clean a flame sensor. Flame sensors rarely go bad. So if you're not getting a good flame sense and it's tripping that fault, just clean the thing and stick it back in there. I do have a meter. I have 2 meters that test them. If I find out and I think I've got one bad, I can grab one of those meters. But it's not something you deal with on a regular basis. So I keep it simple and practical. Do my amps, do my temperature, do my capacitors, do my continuity and my ohms, volts, AC, DC, temperature, Fahrenheit, Celsius, got a backlight. Pretty simple meter. Plus I got that cheap as well. And I know I got to remind you how I got this bag for $60. I'm going to do that here in about 2 minutes. Keep my impact driver in here, Milwaukee, 12 volt. Keep a set of the field piece refrigerant probes back here to check pressures. Keep my alligator clips for my troubleshooting, my meter leads in here. I keep standard 1/4 inch drive impact rated sockets for that icon wrench I was telling you about, or the adapter I can put on my drill. These are Hitachi. Got these as a Hitachi. I also keep the metric version in here, right there. I keep this little set of Allen keys. They're not impact rated, so I wouldn't put them in your impact drill and try to kill something with it, but they will fit into a nut driver handle like that Malco handle that I have right there. It'll fit in that if you see at the bottom, but different size Allen keys without having to keep that whole set that's that long. I can put an extension if I need to reach. I can put it into a small wrench if I need to make an angle with it. Smaller, more compact. And tubing cutters, rigid, keep those in here with a spare wheel. So you can get quite a bit of stuff in these SBLD bags. I'm liking this bag. Like I said, I have the XXL and the Tech MCT over here. They're packed out full. Everything you saw in this bag is in each of these bags. Maybe a longer set of channel locks. I think I have 10-inch Cobras in that bag. So little bit different pack out, a little heavier, a few more things, field piece metering that in. But all in all, as you can see, this bag with what is here for a decent, nice, compact, organizable diagnostic service bag for residential or commercial for that matter. This bag, when they put this pocket on the back, made life a whole lot easier. Now you don't have the TP6B. I had my drill, my impact. I was having to hang it on a side pocket or one of the tape things like they put right here that they put on the side. I was hanging it on that or trying to shove it down in here somewhere. Meter was down in there. I've got videos for this bag, and the TP6B. Go back and watch those if you want to see how I loaded those out. It was good. It was organized. But I'm always looking for something a little bit better, and I think this is going to be it. This will probably be the last Veto bag. You know, it's like crack. These bags, they keep changing, they come out. I think everybody's getting that MB5B big bag. It's almost $300. I don't need that. I don't know. Maybe that's just more for a stat. I don't know. I've got enough big bags. I'm not going to spend $300 on another big bag to get this one. Now, how did I get this for $60? One of the guys I work with had a TPLC bag that he had. It was a little small for him. He wanted something larger, so he went and ordered a TPLL or TPXXL about a month ago, a little over a month ago. He got this bag free and sold it to me for $60. So that's how I got it. So you got any guys at work that got little tiny bags, an MC bag, little tiny bag, if they upgrade, get a larger bag, they'll get this one free. See if they'll sell it to you for $60. And that's how I got this one. It's the last Veto bag I'm gonna buy. I said that last time. We'll see what happens next year. But this TPSB LD bag with the wider base, the deeper pocket on the front, having this section in the back that you can open up, that's about 3 inches deep. Meters, probes, snubby gauges, you can get your impact in there. You've got a lot of options in a small package, and this was a good bag. This is one I think they really did a good job on. Check it out, guys. Anyway, like, subscribe, appreciate you watching. You guys enjoy your weekend. Check out this bag, check out other review videos. This is the one I'll tell you, you can't go wrong getting this bag.